All right, so we're back with another video for you guys, another reaction video. And today we're going to be talking about CoreySSG's Raffle. Now, previously we had talked about his first place winner coming out and speaking about the situation about not receiving his car. His was the Challenger. I forget which trim level it was. Might have been a jailbreak, something like that. I don't really remember. But today we're going to be listening to the second place winner telling his side of the story. So we're just gonna jump right into it, folks, and react to this.
So I started entering each and every raffle that he did, and I said, you know what, this guy cool. He giving away cars. You know, he's giving a chance to change somebody's life. So I had joined from, I think, the very first one. I know I was probably in like about 6 or 7 or something like that he done, and that's what led me all the way up to December 17th when I won that, because I just kept playing. I put quite a bit of money in all the raffles, and got tickets and all that. And when everybody would tell me, hey, I don't think that stuff is real, it's fake. I said, well, I'm gonna keep playing, because eventually it's gonna pay off, and I feel like he a legit guy.
Hold on, so I'm just trying to understand this. He just said that people told him, they don't think the raffle is real. And his response is, well, I'm just going to keep playing until it pays off. So if somebody tells you, I don't think it's real, it's fake, and then you're saying, oh, well, I think it's going to eventually pay off. I don't know if I understand that.
Mm-hmm. And when I won, it just, it really was exciting to me.
Blew your mind. So what was the feeling like when was you on the live when you heard your name called?
Yep, I was on the live, and I felt, I know it's crazy to say a person felt that they was going to win. I felt everything up to that moment that I had won. But even the first mix-up of names that he put in the first, batch that he messed up and had to redo it. It's like I knew. I said, I don't know why. I feel like my name is going to be on there. So when I saw it, I was just like shocked, couldn't believe it, and I just kept watching. I said, oh my God, he finna call me, and and I just waited on the call, spoke with him, as everybody saw on the live, and I just after we got off, I just wanted to get home and try to get the car.
Good, man. Yeah, I feel you, man. So
now let's just be clear, because in the last couple of videos I did, some people were saying, oh, it's a scam. It's not a scam, folks. It's definitely not a scam, or at least right now it doesn't appear to be a scam, because first of all, no one, CoreySSG did not force anybody to buy tickets. Now, people might say, like he just said, people told him it's fake, it's not real. But still, they made that decision to buy the tickets. And this is why, like, I get comments, people are like, oh, you should call the FBI, you should call the police. I'm not calling no FBI, I'm not calling no police. Why would I want to get my hands deep into some kind of investigation? That's not something, I didn't buy tickets. I'm just giving you guys my opinion and my reaction to this. They made that decision, so they have to deal with the consequences of their decision. And it's like, I honestly don't even feel that bad. I mean, I feel bad when I listen to the winners tell their side of the story, but it's almost like if you go to a movie and you watch like a sad movie. Yeah, I mean, it's a sad movie to listen to, and then once the movie's over, you might have a conversation afterwards with your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, friend, or whatever for like 30-40 minutes, but the next day you're not going to lose sleep over it, because it's not something that has really affected you. Like they saw all the red flags. Even he just admitted he saw all the red flags. People told him, but he still continued. So this is what I mean. I don't really feel all that bad for either side, really, because CoreySSG found a nice loophole. His own followers and subscribers are entertained by his content, but he took it a step further and said, let me just, go after their pockets. They're already like really in love with me. I can just, take advantage of them for whatever it's worth or whatever. So I don't feel that bad, because it's just like if somebody told you, hey, don't drive down that road, there's a massive pothole or a sinkhole, your car's going to get stuck there, I'm just warning you. And then you still drive down there, and then you get stuck, and now you're in the middle of the road with your car in that middle of that pothole or sinkhole, and you can't get yourself out. Now you're trying to wave the red flag. It's like, come on, man, it's too late. So, like I said,
leading up to that day, after he called your name, was you out on the road?
Yes, I was in Illinois.
Okay, so yeah, you maybe took a few days to get home. So when did you meet up with him to get the car? How long after the win did you meet up with him to get the car?
I want to say that was like 3 weeks later. I actually was trying to get the car before I went to Colorado. We had a Colorado trip, me and my buddy, his wife, and my girl, everybody. We did a Colorado trip, and I was like, hey, man, can I come get the car? Can I come get the car? And I thought I had Corey's number, but I didn't. I had the other guy's number. So I was telling him, hey, can I come get it? What's going on? And at that time, he told me that was a red flag, but it wasn't, but he said, yeah, man. He said, hey, man, you're going to have to wait because if you need the car that bad or right now, he could just give your money back. He can just give your money back for the tickets you bought, and you can leave him alone. And I couldn't understand why a person would have that type of anger towards, a person who won. Mm-hmm. But
he said he couldn't understand why he had. Then people already told you a heads up before. So this is what I mean. Like, I don't really I feel bad for him at the time of him talking about this situation and what he's going through, but I'm sorry, if you see all the red flags and people tell you, hey, man, be careful. Hey, man, I don't think this is real. I think it's fake. I don't think it's legit. This and that. And you choose to ignore all of that and still continue onward. It's just like that example I shared with you guys just a minute ago about people driving down that road and there's a clear pothole. It's almost like people tell you, don't drive down that path right there because it's going to take you off the cliff. And then you decide to continue. So it's just it's crazy.
Couldn't talk to him personally then, so I was just kind of clueless, and I blew it off. I said, well, you know what, maybe he got a lot going on. I'm gonna let me know when I could come get the car.
So he wanted to return your money, how much you spent on the raffle. But did he say anything about the other people who joined the raffle? Just return you your money?
Yeah, just me, because I think I might have been the only one really calling like that, trying to get it done before I went out of town. So I think maybe just because I was really, I was rushing a situation that he wasn't ready to be rushed. And I feel like he just got frustrated. He already knew.
Now, I just wanted to interrupt and quickly just mention this. I probably should have mentioned it right at the start of the video, but I'm reacting to, this is the, I believe if I'm not mistaken, this is the second place winner. So we are reacting based on his side of the story. All right, now we don't really know CoreySSG's side of the story. He has dropped videos which I'm going to be reacting to, but Corey hasn't really come out and explained fully what was going on. So this is again the second place winner's side of the story. We heard the first place winner, so we're yet to hear from Corey in more detail, his side of the story now with all this coming out from all the winners.
That just that wasn't right, and he figured he'd just say that, and maybe if I could take that money, I would be out the way. That would be one less headache.
And how much money was that? What was the offer like? He said the money you.
Okay, so what the hell is that?
Was that like $100?
No, it was about $390 or $400, something like that.
And so he was willing to give you that back, but not the car or the price of the car.
Yes, because like I say, he must have knew he knew it wasn't right. So I guess, like I say, that would be better for him to get a person out the way by paying. Because at that time, it would have been easier and it would have been more legit to give a person the ticket money back versus giving them full possession of a vehicle. And and let them leave with it and all that, knowing the situation is not right.
Right. I mean, and also even at that one, when he says he wants to give the money back to you, I feel that he should have to give the money back to everyone involved, everyone who joined that raffle, not just you. You know what I mean? Because if you have a raffle and the winner doesn't get the car, you give him his money back for the raffle. No, if nobody got the car, then he needs to return everybody's money, because then at that point it's a bad business and it's a scam.
I mean, that sounds like the right thing to do, but that doesn't mean that he can. It doesn't mean that he must do that, because there was no mention of that on the raffle. Like, if you actually go through the raffle, there was no. See, this is what I mean. When you sign off, well, you don't really sign off. By you buying the tickets, you agree to the terms set forth by him. And there was nothing mentioned about refunds. There's nothing mentioned about that stuff. So a lot of people, like, this is what I mean, is just like they see all the red flags, they buy the tickets, and then they want to come back. Like, they're trying to come up with all kinds of, like, what is a fair business practice. Well, no, that's not. There was no contract. There was no details about refunds. If I recall, there was no refunds, period. So it's more like you guys are donating your money at that point. So it's just like, now they want to be kind of technical. Well, it would be fair if he did that. No, he doesn't have to do that if he said there was no refunds. So it's technically all his money now. He might be a nice guy about it. He might make a decision like that and say, hey, I'm going to return everybody's money so people don't lose confidence in his raffles going forward. But it's not something that he is required to do, at least based on what I read. I don't think the raffle mentioned anything about, oh, everything falls apart, I'm going to return the money back. He might choose to do that, but I don't think he has to do that, if that makes sense.
No, I agree.
So, let's talk about the day you picked up the car. Is the video you sent her, the day you picked up the car?
Yes, the video, that's the day I got the car, and I was the first one there, actually. I think I got there about noon, and that's when he said, oh, you here? Okay, let's go and get this video rolling. And I said, okay, cool. He started to shoot, and I said, okay, what's going on? So he said, okay, you won the car. Come on, let's go on over here. I want to show you a car. So I was super happy, as of anybody who wins the raffle. I'm like, oh man, I won. I can't believe this. I'm actually here to get the car. It's legit. I was excited, it just overwhelmed with joy and feeling like I got a at least a little bump in life. Yeah, so that day I got there, I was the first one there. So he started shooting, proceeded to show me his car. My car. Show me my car I won. So I said, okay, I'm happy, I'm joyful, I'm excited. And at the time of him showing me the car, he knew I wanted to sell the car already, because I told him I'm gonna probably sell the truck, give me a semi truck, make some type of major business move that could help advance me in that neck of the woods of my career, what I already do. So as he was showing me, he told me, his buddy would want to buy the car, and I was like, cool. That means I can get rid of this car real quick, and I can move on with my life. And at the time, it was a good idea, but me not knowing that it wasn't paid for and there was no title, all I could think about is the situation, because of course the other guy that was there, he actually offered me money for it too, and I didn't want to do it because it was a little bit lower than what I wanted. But he proceeded to tell me that if I do that, if I sell the car, to let him know, and he'll send the title to them. And I actually thank God that I didn't do that and took somebody's money, the $65K, and spent it, and I didn't have no title to show for it. Now I'm the bad guy, and that would have really been a bad situation.
Yeah, that would have put you in a bad situation.
I'm on a phone call right now, so I got tenants that want to buy this car.
Are you a real estate
Man, I don't know, man.
Hey man, is it real life, man?
I feel like I'm in a stolen car, man, because I'm stolen.
Let's talk about after you received the car. Did you take the car home that day?
Yes, I I actually took it to storage, not actually home, but I had already paid for storage. I had everything already lined up because I knew, okay, when I get it.
So you took a car that had no paperwork. It's like that is the crazy part about this raffle, that they all took cars. They had no paperwork. It's like these guys, these winners, and it's really like a lot of these supporters, subscribers, and viewers. It's almost like they're putting their livelihood at risk in exchange for winning a car. But they don't even do any kind of homework. They don't. It's like it's almost surreal to believe that people think, oh, okay, I won this car, I'm going to take this car, I'm going to go drive it on the road, and I have no paperwork. So at any time, the person that owns the car can just call the police or file a report and say, my car was stolen, because technically it seems like the other side were never paid according to these winners. Again, we haven't heard from CoreySSG give his side of the story with some details. So it's like almost like if I own the car and I gave my car to Corey to raffle it off, and then Corey doesn't pay me, and I'm the owner of the car, and then he raffles off my car based on an agreement him and I had, and then this third party winner, Bobby, wins the car, and Bobby takes the car home or keeps it in a storage, but I'm not getting paid yet. I call the police and let them know my car is stolen. Bobby now is in some serious trouble, folks, because Bobby forgot to check the paperwork. That is like due diligence. It's like, and that's really, some people could point the finger at CoreySSG, but really it's these guys that are winning these cars. It's all these viewers, subscribers, supporters that fail to do any kind of due diligence. I think maybe the first place winner is the one that had some, that an alert went off in his head, and he knew something just wasn't adding up. But anybody else, especially the brainwashed ones that come on my comment section all the time, like they would have been in jail right now. All right, and if some of them don't have money or anything, they would be in jail, and then they would have to fight off a case. This is how people end up in jail for like some worthless crimes, and they can't even defend themselves. Like you see how quickly things could have turned south. It could have turned south real fast if the vehicle owner reported the car stolen, and then there's a bolo out for that car, and then the police flag it or notice it somewhere, and they pull it over. That person is going to jail because it looks like he took a stolen car, and he has no paperwork. That's the crazy part.
I want to be able to take it straight and lock it down because I don't want no damage to the car. I don't want to put miles on.
I mean, the only paperwork they would have is probably just the raffle. They bought a raffle ticket and the raffle numbers. But at that point, you're in jail. You got to find a way to get out of jail. And then, it's a whole mess. That's what it is. It's really a whole mess.
I don't know. I don't want to even risk anybody hitting me. So I put it in storage and I locked it up, and it sat there. It sat there for months. Not months.
Can you imagine if that car actually, like he was saying, he put it in storage, which sounds like a really good idea. But imagine like he drove that car, the raffle car, got into an accident. Now there's like a whole other mess because he's driving a car that's not even registered to him, is not registered to Corey. And the person that probably owned it reported it stolen. Like, that would turn into a hot mess. This is how crazy these raffles have become. All right, people, these subscribers and supporters and viewers, you guys are putting yourself in a very tough spot. So when I get comments talking about people, oh, well, maybe you should talk to, I'm not going to call no FBI and police. Are you crazy? Why would I do that? I mean, I'm not the one. My hands aren't dug in this messy raffle. That's you guys. You guys are putting yourself in this position. And this is why I said earlier I don't feel that bad, because he's raffling off another car and there's more idiots buying the raffle tickets. So I can't really feel that bad for CoreySSG because he knows a population of the people that follow him are that stupid. They're stupid. People are that stupid. That's how you can't, folks, there's no way you can tell me that you got these winners coming out telling their side of the story, and you still got people on the other side buying tickets right now, buying raffle tickets right now for another car raffle that he has going on. You just can't, that's those people are special. All right, this is why I said I don't feel bad. I kind of feel equally the same with the winners and CoreySSG. CoreySSG is basically exploiting people that have a major vulnerability and actually using their brain, all right? And then I feel bad for the winners that actually have to go through this and experience this firsthand. But again, they took on that risk. They saw, like this guy, he said earlier, I saw people told me this, people told me that, but I still went ahead with it. So I can't really feel that bad. I feel kind of neutral about it.
A couple of weeks or whatever, and as it was there, all I would do is just have my girl go crank the car up to keep the battery charged up in it like once a week or something, and that's all it did. It never got drove no more after the day I drove it to the stores.
Okay. And all right, so and then how long after that did Corey call you to return the car?
I want to say it was like January 26th. He called me. I don't remember where I was, but I was driving, and when he called, I actually was excited, thinking, "Oh, my title must be in. Good. That means I can have my girl go get the title, and when she gets the title, we can get this car sold." But he called me, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? Everything good on your end? How's the family?" I said, "Oh, everything good. Yeah, and just blessed, just out here working and doing what I do." And he said, "So check this out. I dropped the ball on my end. I really made a mistake. And things kind of went bad. You still want to sell the car, right?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I sure do, as fast as I can, as soon as the title. I'm just waiting on the title." He said, "Okay, cool. So check this out. The people that I did the deal with, they tripping. They want some collateral back. So how about you give me the car and I'll pay you your $65K. And I said, okay, this is Corey. He got money. He'll pay me. He haven't proved no fakeness to me, since I've been watching. I know he gonna take care of me.
He hasn't proved any fakeness to me. This is why, I mean, you can't feel bad for CoreySSG. You can't feel bad for the winners. When you hear these people say things like this, I don't feel bad. It's just like they got the wake up call now, all right? And unfortunately, other people are not going to get the wake up call until it happens to them. So in a way, I don't really feel that bad. CoreySSG found a way, he found a loophole with the way people think, with the people that are online watching their favorite YouTubers. He found a good way to make money, and I kind of applaud him on it now, because I'm like, damn, why? It's like stupid people. You can't fix them. These people cannot be fixed. All right, you see all these red flags, and then you're telling me, I'm still going to go continue on and buy tickets. So it's like, there's got to be something wrong with you.
But I also wasn't crazy to just give it. He wanted me to do it on his word. And I said, I'm not doing this on your word. The only way you will get this car and all keys is if I have a notarized and documented letter stating that you're taking this car. Because if you choose to not pay me, at least I have something stating that you're supposed to pay me. And at that moment, I knew for me to do that would be best, which, like I say, I didn't think that he wasn't going to pay me. I expected, he told me, hey, I'm going to buy it from you. Give me like 2 weeks. And me having a heart, because he told me he was in a bind, he was going through it. And I understand that, you know what I'm saying? I come from nothing. I know what it's like to go through it. I said, I'll tell you what, you said 2 weeks, I'm going to give you a month. Because I know things can still be bad in 2 weeks' time. They give you an extra 2 weeks' time to be able to take care of me. And at that point, I told him March 3rd. And he's like, yeah, we ain't going to really need that much time and all of that. Well, we going to get you handled. No problem. So after that, I just, kind of just it was quick. And I was over there like into a mindset of, why would they want the car back? What happened? What? And I was like, man, it's that BS right here, man. I don't know what's going on. But I said, I don't care, because long as he pay me, I care less if he didn't pay off my car. But I asked him, I said, did you at least pay off first place winner's car? He said, yeah, his is paid for. So at this point, I feel like he wanted to try me on that because he figured, oh, okay. But he also knew that would get him out of some of the debt that he was in. So, but like I say, I didn't care because he was supposed to pay me.
Yeah. So this clip, I'm gonna play Bobby and Corey return car. Is that the clip where Corey is talking about calling you to return a car?
Yes.
For these recordings, all states involved are one-party consent states, meaning it's okay to record conversations that take place in person or over the phone. If you are participating in the conversation, only one party needs to give consent for the recording. That person can be one party of the conversation, and you can legally hit the record button without letting the other person know what you're doing. 11 states require two-party consent. However, in other words, everyone involved in a conversation must agree to be recorded. Those states are California, Delaware, Florida, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Montana, Nevada, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and Washington.
I talk to you personally. You know what I'm saying? That's much, bro. I've been going through shit personally in my personal life and this rap shit. You know what I'm saying? And the way that this shit turned out, it was out of my hand. Like I said, because at the end of the day, I got played, y'all got played. You feel what I'm saying? I'm one person, you know, the people that I fucking cars from. You know what I'm saying? Now, Bobby, that day, Bobby, I told you, I said, Bobby, when I say, Sean say, he asked me what, hey, look, man, because I had to give him $60,000 after the rap. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm going to go ahead and take care of y'all, man. Just give me this week real quick, get my shit together, because the rap got down, website shut down on me. He was cool. Right. He hit me back out the blue, which I got all the text messages, bro. He say, hey, man, you think it'd be cool if we hold something, man? So my wife just explained everything on his wife, and to let you guys know, until you already know, that you see. But even cool, the guy who met me, I met him through, he even told me that, man, wife is a problem. She the one who keep up the shit, so we both know that. But I told him about it. I said, Bobby, she thinks it'd be cool. We just get in the car, man. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just tell you, man, you see him, because they tripped. Your wife even seen Sean come to the stores, bro. She seen him herself, so she seen that nigga middle of there and he got the car. Alright, cool. So now, we're back to Bobby.
Alright. So that was, what was that?
That was him discussing, trying to fix the situation or figure out how to fix it, and to add me into that situation with first place winner. And this is the time that nobody had none of the cars. Nobody had no prize. Nobody had nothing. And we was trying to see what's going on. So he wanted to clarify on my end and anybody else end of what was going on, which the part about me getting screwed with, his situation, that didn't have nothing to do with me. My car was under lock and key. Nobody took my car. Nobody, I volunteered this car, gave it away. So what he intended to do was say that I got screwed with that. So once I gave the car to him to return, I no longer was included in that situation. Even though I wasn't, from the deal he had with them, it was nothing to do with me in the first place, me or none of the winners. The deal he had with them, that's their deal. Our situation is totally different because we just winners of a facilitated raffle that was done. So he wanted to add me into that and say that I got screwed with him when I didn't get screwed with him. He was just supposed to pay me the money.
Eric.
I think that was the third or fourth place winner.
Okay, what's his story?
I think his was okay. He just I think he had one of Eric was the guy that got I think it was Monte Carlo or whatever. I think it was a blue one. I think it was blue. And his, as I know, was okay, but he didn't get contacted neither until that time that we all contacted him.
Let's play this clip.
Hey, Bobby.
Man, they are so they're so deep in this soup. I call it a soup, but it's a real messy soup. That is crazy. It's almost like they knew about the nightmare, and now they are actors, a part of this movie about the nightmare. That's how crazy this is turning into. And honestly, I don't think... I mean, I know they got the police involved. I think the first place winner is definitely taking some action. But can you imagine, like, because that first place winner is definitely like very... He's a smart guy, you know. He's been around a long time, so he knows what's up. But can you imagine it's one of these other people that are slow-brained, that you could never have a serious conversation with some of these people that follow these guys on YouTube. It's not just CoreySSG, it's really for all the other channels as well. Now, some channels are more legit, but at the end of the day, like I said, I mean, I don't feel too bad for Corey, because Corey got himself stuck in the middle as well. Now, that was a bad decision that he made, but he got himself stuck in the middle between the people providing the car and then the winners. And then I guess maybe some people are saying that he didn't raise enough money. Well, if he didn't raise enough money, he would have returned the tickets back, or the money back, to all the people that have played. But if he hasn't done that so far, he hasn't returned people's money back, then more than likely he's probably made a good amount of money. So, like I said, I mean, I guess he wants this to all kind of die down and just go under, like, sort of like brush it under the rug. Maybe it will. Who knows? Maybe the winners, you know, because once you get a lawyer involved, then you got to pay out of pocket for all this stuff. And you can't bank on the idea that you're going to get that money back unless you're successful and you're just going to write off this money through your business or whatever. The average Joe playing these tickets more than likely won't have $500 an hour to hire a lawyer and go through this litigation back and forth with CoreySSG to try to recover their winning prizes. It's like so messy, but you guys choose to do this. So, and it's still going on. People are still buying tickets to this day. So it's just going to be a cycle. It's almost like a pyramid scheme of some sort. It's pretty crazy.
So like I told you the history, I'm starting the short raffle on Wednesday. So during the short raffle starting on the Cowboys start coming in, you go see where he's going to make out with you taking care of, so you gonna be squared away. And here, you got the phone? Yeah, I think he hung up.
No, he there.
Oh, you there? Oh, okay. All right, so Eric, hey, I'm gonna Bobby gonna see me. You're not saying
I got
nothing.
you. I'll send you this message right now.
Okay, just that. So, Gary, I'm gonna contact you, bro, and then we're gonna go ahead and figure out this date to see whether the best day for all of us to go to Alabama, so post the video, and you'll see your car. And man, look, man, once again, bro, it's my apology, bro. You know what I'm saying? We did have lost your number, and I was trying to find that bitch, and I was like, oh God, bro, that's all I was looking for, a conversation. I was like, damn. Man, listen, bro, I swear everything. I'm like, damn, bro, hope this man can text me. I was looking for something, an email, a text or something, because we couldn't get the information. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, appreciate you, baby, bring them.
This is so crazy because CoreySSG was live not that long ago. I think it might have been on IG Live, and he showed how much money he made just from YouTube, and it was like several $1 million. It's so crazy how, and again, we're going off the winners side of the story, the first place and the second place winners side of the story. It's crazy. Why would CoreySSG want to put himself through all of this over maybe $150,000, maybe $200,000? Let's just say $200,000 worst case. Why would you want to go through all this mess for $200,000 when you have shown receipts that you make millions of dollars? Like, something is just not adding up. Unless the other side, the people providing the car, because we really haven't heard from the actual vehicle owner so far. So until that side is cleared up, like we know their side of the story, it could be also that CoreySSG is a victim in this as well. So I can't sit here, like some people are saying, oh, it's a scam. I don't think it's a scam. At least right now, it's not looking like a scam. And it's not a scam in the sense that none of these people were forced to buy anything. They And the second place winner, this guy just said, Bobby, he said early on people told him X, Y, and Z, and he still continued on. So it's his decision. So it's not like people forced him to buy it. So this is why I don't feel bad. Yeah, he's a victim. It's an unfortunate thing to happen. It's a really bad thing to happen, to win something, be so excited, and have that taken away from you that quickly, and now you sort of have to fight for it. But it's not a scam, because people are not. He's not like forcing you. He's not standing at your house. He's not at your bank account, taking the money out of your bank to buy the raffle tickets. No, you went and willingly bought these tickets, voluntarily bought these tickets, and I think it states on there that there is no refunds. So all that great talk about, oh, well, it would be nice if he just returns. Yeah, it sounds nice, but it could be that also he just acted like as if this was all donations. You guys just donated money to him at this point, and you could win a car. But at the end of the day, there is no refund.
You know what I'm saying? So now I got him around. So now I'm getting everybody situated. But Tia, like I say, bro, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I got the video when I went to the police station. And I'm going Ken, bro. And that's what you can hear. So when I talk to these folks, see what I gotta do to make sure we see how we go forward with it.
That was after Tia and yourself had given back the cars.
Yes.
And that right there was the fourth place winner of the Monte Carlo. Y'all had to contact him so he can get his car?
Yes, we had to call, try to get in contact with people to find out was we the only ones. And just for the road, I trusted Corey to pay me so much that I didn't even tell Tia for a while. Like, I ain't gonna say a while, but when his situation first popped off, I sat back. He was telling me, hey man, I can't figure out this. And I was just trying to throw hints for him to look in certain areas based off what I already knew after a while. So I kept saying, hey, you sure it was paid for? Did he tell you this? Did he tell, I was asking him certain stuff like that to bring that awareness to him so he would know, okay, I need to check on this. Let me ask this. Let me do this. It wasn't until I saw it really getting to him and realizing how hurt he was behind it. I couldn't just sit there and hold the story no more to myself. So I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, because he kept, he kept saying, what about your car? What's going on with it? And I was like, oh yeah, my car good, it's in storage. But eventually, I told him, I said, man, my car was not paid for, and he asked for it back, and he's supposed to pay me.
So, the second place winner was, hold on, man, I feel like, so he wasn't honest with the first place winner. For a while, it seems like he was hiding bits or pieces of the story or his interaction, I guess, with Corey. So he wasn't like fully transparent with the first place winner. And then I guess it came to a point where the trust went out the window, because I guess he was trusting Corey for a while, even though Corey took him for all kinds of turns and twists on this curvy road. But like I said, at first, he wasn't transparent. He was withholding information, or I guess not being completely truthful with the first place winner. And then he's come to realize that, this is really messy now. Like, shit is not going nowhere. And then he comes out. So I don't know, like, Bobby could be also withholding information throughout this interview. And this is why I said it's probably important that CoreySSG comes out and tells his side of the story with more detail, because I'm kind of feeling like iffy about Bobby. Because if Bobby said he just admitted that he wasn't transparent, he was withholding information from the first place winner. So again, we can listen to Bobby, but I don't know that Bobby is all that credible, because you just admitted that you really weren't credible with the first place winner, or at least that's the vibe I got so far.
Damn. So he was left out in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into this next clip.
And like I told you, Corey, I got ideas, and shit that, you know what I'm saying, I do could have took your situation or, you know, to your whole YouTube and shit to a next level. That things I think of deeply and shit. And I be like, damn, you know what, I can tell Corey this and he can, you know, take off and do this, you know. I be thinking about shit.
Oh, yeah,
I told Bobby, I said, Bobby, listen, man, look, so when we get this shit handled, man, I want to sit down and take, did I tell you that? Like, I told you, my word is buzz, then you feel what I'm saying? I'm not just going to, you know, let you just give me all that. No, let me be a man and get this shit handled first, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, you feel me, like, not that, that he ain't handled it, bro, you know what I'm saying? Shit just been going wrong my way. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I just ain't had the ability to do that moves and shit. Like, I got this business over here, so it's like, I told you, bro, I told you the same thing. I said, man, I ain't never been put in a situation like this before, bro. It's my first time ever been put in a situation like this before. So, like, I'm trying my best to just figure this shit out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 24 years old, bro. Come on.
Is that part of the same call?
Yes.
Okay. So, it looks like, so it sounds to me that Corey was giving y'all a bunch of runarounds.
Yes, it was a lot of runaround excuses, you know, this and that's going on, this, you know, I got this happening, and it was like, okay,
So yeah, it does sound like Corey is giving them the runaround, but again, we don't know Corey's side of the story, because I mean, it seemed like for a while like a lot of his raffles were legit. So something had to have happened. Something went wrong on the back end, and Corey isn't, like, again, he hasn't really explained his side of the story, so we're just, like I said, at this point, we're just reacting off of the winners' stories, and based on what I've heard so far from the first place and second place winner, it sounds like Corey's at fault. But again, we're missing another couple slices of the pizza, so we can't just sit here and try to sell the pizza to you that Corey is at fault, because there's still a couple components missing. Until those components come out and actually give their side of the story, then, you know, the investigation is over or whatever. But I'm not really, like, I don't know, I'm kind of iffy about this person, this Bobby guy, because he just admitted, I mean, this is just based on what I heard, that he wasn't really that transparent with the first place winner. He was withholding information. I guess he trusted Corey, but again, I'm just having second thoughts about him. Like the first place winner, what I like about the first place winner, that he's very, like, straightforward. He's firm, transparent. Like, there is no games. He wasn't really playing games. He just told it like it is. This guy said, well, you know, I guess he was having conversations back and forth with Corey. He had some trust with Corey. He wasn't transparent with the first place winner. He was withholding information. So how do I know that he's withholding something during this conversation, this interview, or whatever?
I tried to work with him as much as I could. I said, man, look here, Corey. I said, I don't care if you send me $2,500 every 2 weeks. At least you show me you doing something. And when I saw pictures and videos of money, and he's like, oh, I got this. You know, I'm like, man, you could have gave me half of that. You know, I'm not trying to kill you out. I know you got bills, but you could have gave me half. You could have been working on it, you know, getting me paid. And on that conversation, I was trying to help him, because he heard how smart I was and how I know multiple ways he could have got money and doubled up and really turned his courses in like times 10.
Hold on. See, this is what I mean. Like, this second place winner just giving me like vibes. It's almost like I don't know if I should really trust this guy. He just said that he was going to provide Corey with other ways on how to make money. I guess he said courses or something like that. So if you're such a smart person and you know how to make a lot of money, then why are you playing raffles to try to win a car? Why couldn't you put your thoughts into starting businesses that would generate so much money for you? But like, it's just things like that. Like, I just, like, I'd be like, hold on, like, is this guy making sense? Am I supposed to really, like, trust this person's opinion? Is his story all accurate? Is he withholding information? Is he being transparent? Like, just stuff like that just makes me have second opinions. But let's repeat it again.
Videos of money, and he's like, oh, I got this. I'm like, man, you could have gave me half of that. I'm not trying to kill you out. I know you got bills, but you could have gave me half. You could have been working on it, getting me paid. And on that conversation, I was trying to help him because he heard how smart I was and how I know multiple ways he could have got money and doubled up and really.
He said Corey knows how smart he is, and how he could have helped Corey multiple ways on how to make money and double up. So, I mean, I'm just trying to understand this. Like, if you're such a smart person, why would I be sitting here trying to play raffle games to win a car when I could be using my smart ways and smart thoughts on generating money? It's just things like that. Like, I kind of seen these, like, when this guy's talking, I hear all the red flags, and now I'm just kind of having second thoughts about this winner. I'm like, hold on, man, is this guy being truthful with us, or is he withholding something? I don't know. That's just the vibe I'm getting.
Turned his courses in like times 10. I've always had a creative mind, and being in the promoter world and being out around celebrities and doing different deals, I knew exactly how to help him get money outside of raffles and YouTube.
Yeah.
So you knew how to make money outside of YouTube, outside of raffles, working with celebrities, but you're playing raffles. Does that make sense to you guys? Let me know in the comment section. Does this make sense? Like, I'm so smart, I can make money several ways, but I'm gonna go ahead and buy raffle tickets, even though people told me about this raffle being not legit. I'm just trying to. It's just like Corey's got to come out at this point, because this second place winner is just giving me, like, I'm just getting all kinds of second opinions about this guy. I don't know. I'm not really, like, fully on and trusting what he has to say.
Well, that's what's up, man. So, yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. So, let's get into this next clip.
Like I said, y'all probably haven't been hearing from me for like this. Talking about it, because I'm a man, bro. I don't see anything on the phone. I just try my best to get the shit, but I try to make sure this shit keep going. I can't just stop. You understand? Like, at the end of the day, it's a bigger situation on my end, bro, because it's my break, but I my time. You understand? Alright. So it's like, at the end of the day, they fucking big time. So I'm just not letting it slide, bro. You gotta make this shit going to make sure everybody's taken care of. So, I'm not trying to ignore y'all niggas. I don't want to shit go no wrong with what the fuck is going, man. But everything just play out the way it played out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Time that went through, man, it was out of my hand. I'm trying to get all this shit. Like I told you, Bobby, I got some capital just slowed down some talks. So if my capital been slowed down, how you think I feel right now? I don't mind showing. I'm a real nigga. Listen, I'm a real nigga, bro. I'll show you proof. So you can see with your own eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just thought everything was going better, because I'm like, damn, he can't get that fixing it.
To be honest, bro, I really thought this shit was thinking better. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I transferred everything to my website, and I had got the website up, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna try to get this house wrap for him. But I saw that shit, and was gonna work out, because I'm like, no, I want to start this house wrap shit because man, I'm gonna be an overhead because I got to make sure you get paid. So I said, let me just try to get this box Chevy going. Fuck, I'm gonna just get rid of my box Chevy. You know what I'm saying? So the box Chevy, I didn't make that much money on my box Chevy, bro. I want you to know that. So I'm giving away my car, bro, just to give it away, my nigga, just to really clear this shit up. So people won't fuck my shit again.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and ad-free videos on the YouTube Kids app.
Yeah, man, I don't know what to think about this, Bobby. It's like he's trying to pay off one raffle with another raffle. What was you thinking when he was saying this?
I was thinking it's BS, because you only he said everything was credit, and I personally know you gotta make tons of money to have that amount of credit, and to do the things that he was doing to his vehicles, changing engines and all that. I also know the money that should have paid off my car, he put on that house, because he did that directly after the raffle.
See, no, that's not true. I mean, it's partially true, but not. You don't need to be making a lot of money to have a line of credit, because how do you know that he's actually doing it on credit? How do you know he's not doing it the same way he did this raffle? That other people are just working with him because of the marketing that Corey provides. Corey could be providing collateral services where they do XYZ for him, and in exchange for that, he's providing them with promo, marketing, things of that nature. So you don't need credit. I'm not saying that's exactly what's happening, but you don't need to make a lot of money to have an extensive line of credit so that you can make all these customizations and repairs. People could be providing their services to him for free in exchange for promo deals.
And that's when I knew. I said, wait, why would he do that? And he still could have paid me that. But he invested it back into that when he could have gave me that and had me partially taken care of.
Yeah.
But that, him saying that at that point, it was like, hey man, you say this all the time. I don't believe it. I'm just listening, and I'm waiting to hear something different. I'm waiting to hear, hey, I got your money, or, hey, let's do this, which he could have sold this. I told him once time, you could have told us before we got there. You could have, told, offer us a little money or some type of situation, and it could have been cool. He could have told me, hey, I give you $30K and, we going to do business together. I would have been cool with that because I never took possession of the car then. But instead of just saying, hey, I messed up way before we took the cars and all that, his pride wouldn't let him do it. One thing I know, he got paid off that YouTube video that he shot with us. But even though he got paid off that, we received nothing for the titles because we had the cars and we waiting on him. And, I've heard, in one of his other recent videos, that his own spouse said, you do whatever benefit you. And then I agree. That was the truth.
Yeah, I remember that. In this video, CoreySSG finally responds to all scamming allegations. All right, so in this video, he mentions Atia, who is the first place raffle winner, and how things transpired between him and Atia about the car being impounded and then picked up. Well, have you seen this video?
Yes.
Okay, so in this video, he fails to mention that he requested you give him the car back and he'll pay you the money. What do you feel like he's leaving that out on purpose so it doesn't look like he did something wrong?
Yes, I feel like he wants the narrative to be that they stole first and second place car. That's what he wanted to be. He wanted to be that, hey, they took the cars without me knowing it. But that's not the case. Once people can see that only first place car got took from the impound and mine was under lock and key, and my thing is, it would be so much better for him to just be truthful, because we human, we make mistakes. And I feel like if he was just to admit that he made a mistake, he could move on and things could get better and we could get all this selling, but he don't want to take responsibility for where it all started from.
Mm-hmm. Man, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. I was kind of upset.
Well, like I said before, we don't know Corey's side of the story, so for all it could be that CoreySSG is also a victim. So, like at first, after listening to the first place winner tell his side of the story, I was leaning more against CoreySSG being the person that is to blame for this. But now that I listened to the second place winner, I don't know. I'm just getting the feeling that I'm not really trusting this guy. I don't know. It could be the fact that he wasn't transparent with the first place winner. He was withholding information, things like that. Maybe he just trusted Corey too much. But I'm just getting I'm getting mixed vibes about this second place winner. And now I'm starting to think that there might be a lot more to this story. this could have been something else between the winners and CoreySSG. I mean, you guys never know. It could be more to this. They might have agreed on something else, a different plan, and then things didn't go according to plan. Because we're kind of looking at this, that these are the winners. They showed up to get the cars. But how do you know that there was no other agreement between the winners? Because this guy was like, oh, I'm trying to sell the car. And then Corey's like, hey, I got somebody that wants to buy the car. So now he's going into a whole other transaction aside from the transaction of him actually winning the car. Now he's going into a different deal with CoreySSG's affiliate or associate who wants to buy a car, and then he's engaged with them because that person wants to buy the Raffle car. And it's just like, once you get into all these like mixed stories, it just, for me, I get mixed vibes that there might be a lot more to this. And now maybe because everything just fell apart, they're trying to come back and say, hey, I'm just the winner. I'm not part of anything else. So until Corey comes out and clarifies all this stuff, or gives us his side of the story, and then we be the judge and decide, what, give our idea of what could have happened or what happened or whatever. I'm kind of 50-50 on this second place winner, to be honest with you guys. Like, just something about his story is just not adding up. I don't know. But that's just my opinion, folks. That's just my reaction video. We'll end it here. We'll probably make a part 2. Make sure you guys leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. What do you guys think about this second place winner? Do you guys feel comfortable with what he has said so far? Do you think he's withholding information? What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching.